Good morning, everyone. Yay, it's Friday. So it is our Female Founder Friday feature. Yay.
Female Founder Friday feature. Nice.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. So today I've got Precious Kyriakides. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you missed the longer one in the middle.
We've got Precious today, and we're going to be chatting about her journey a little bit. She's been in business for 10 years. Whoa, love. 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
So this year is year number 10. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a big party, right?
Decade, right?
It must be celebrated.
Party of the decade.
So, Precious, talk to us a little bit about who you are, where you're from.
I am Precious Kyriakides. You don't have to try that.
Nomatabiso.
Yes. From the Eastern Cape, a single mother of two very beautiful. I miss them so much.
They are
children.
beautiful.
And like every mother thinks that children are beautiful, but I think mine are not beautiful. So I miss them anyway. Hence.
They're in Greece, right?
Yeah, I miss them.
In Cyprus, yeah?
In Cyprus. And my daughter just graduated the other day.
I mean,
Sorry, I
that's
couldn't make it. I'm busy running a business. I don't know, sometimes the kids can't be so proud. My mom is a business, but she can't afford to come to my graduation. Don't know how that works. But I started African Hair Kingdom 10 years ago after a long research of about 9 years then of African hair, especially natural hair. And I read a lot of books. I surfed the internet, and then I registered with one of the colleges, or hairdressing colleges rather, in Johannesburg. And then with all the information, then I started African Hair Kingdom in 2008, which gave me grounds to play with a lot of different textures and products. And then I was specifically looking for a product for myself and my kids. And then I worked with hair gurus, I worked with formulators, with trichologists, and eventually developed a product called Afro Pride, which is developed for natural African hair. It's mainly for dry to very dry hair, which I accept. My natural hair is the driest.
Me too. Like, especially in winter, like now.
Yeah, it is.
It gets real. It gets real.
It is. We need inside and outside moisture, like everywhere. We need to have moisture. And we are currently using Afro Pride in our salon at African Hair Kingdom for the past 2 years now to teach natural, to treat and to maintain natural hair. And actually, it's the best selling. I'm proud to say this because I checked it last night. I have about 1,398 products, not different things. We sell products, we sell accessories, brushes, combs, anything, hair extensions, wigs. Out of all that 1,398 products, Afro Pride is the best seller.
Yes! Yes! You knew I was going to get excited about that. Oh, I love that. So guys, here's the thing for me. I love the fact that Precious didn't just run her salon and kept using other products, although it might not have been working for extra dry hair like mine, but she then decided to go and find a solution.
Yeah.
I did that. So I use Afro Pride as well, and I do my hair at African Hair Kingdom. It gets done by Precious and a team. So I love this product. I love your product. And I don't say that because you're on the program. Like, genuinely,
it doesn't matter. I don't need condoms. I love it. It was meant for me.
And this is the thing for me. Like, I love that over the 10-year journey, Precious has transitioned from salon owner to manufacturing and producing and taking the time to figure out what does the African natural hair care girl need in her mix, especially when you've got really dry hair like I do. And then you went about and you figured it out, and you now have a product on your shelves, love.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
Watch out for it, guys out there.
Yes. Now, seriously, guys, you need to watch the space for Afro Pride. You're developing an e-commerce site at the moment as well.
Yes, I'm working on the e-commerce website, and I've been rebranding as well. So there's quite a few things that are happening, and I'm looking forward. Like, there's so much to celebrate, actually. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm actually thought I must celebrate my children. Like, for real, I have so much to celebrate. I just didn't realize until now.
Oh, I think we might as well just stop this, go have a coffee and celebrate them. But and I'm so proud that you're having that moment, because at times as entrepreneurs, we get so busy. And there's always a lot happening, right? And especially like for you, you're running 3 businesses, in fact. You've got the retail side of the hair salon, you've got the hair salon, and you now have Afro Pride. That's 3 businesses. I understand completely that you are so busy, but you've just taken a moment to realize, whoa, in all of my busy, I actually have so much to celebrate. Well done.
Thank you so much. And
Well
being
done.
busy, I just want to say this as well. You know, when I have one-sided hairstyle, it helps me save time. Like she says, I've got 3 businesses. I can't chill at the salon and do my full hair repair. So I always try to find ways the easiest, fastest. But I need to have a hairstyle. So you most probably going to see me like this for the longest period of time until I make time to do my full head.
But this is the thing though, love. Like, we think about Steve Jobs, right? When they started Apple, there was so much happening that he decided the one thing I'm going to do or stress less about is what I wear. So he wore the same thing day after day, or at least the same look. So he didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So if for you, because you've got 3 businesses running right now, and your hair, even with me, you see me in black most of the time because I do not have the time to try and figure things out. Right? There's so much to do. So if you can take one thing off your plate, and if it is your hair for you, then why not?
And that's the other thing. For me, it's easy. It's easier to make it my hair because I'm so comfortable to talk about my hair right now, like compared to how I was 10, 20 years ago. Because I wouldn't open my mouth and discuss my hair then. I felt my hair was ugly. I felt my hair was the worst. My kids would cry about their hair. I would cry with them when they're not looking.
Whoa.
But then I was struggling to have healthy, comfortable conversations about hair then. So now I'm so comfortable that I call my hair my accessories. So if I want to wear my lips pink today, I could just wear them pink or red. So if I want to do this thing today, I'll do it. If I want to wear, because that's the other thing. If I want to wear a wig tomorrow, I'll still wear a wig. I'm not frustrated, but I know what to do with my natural hair. I know what to do to grow the natural beauty that was there, and then play around with it, do whatever I want with it. That's how comfortable I am, and that's why I would choose not to stress about it, because it's the most comfortable part of it.
And the beauty of that for me is not stressing about it doesn't mean not caring about it. Right? So you're still taking care of it. You're using Afro Pride. You're going through the regimen of taking care of your hair, which is what I love when I come to the salon. It's my moment of saying, okay, let's take care of self. And in taking care of self, let me do it in a way where I don't have to stress about it, but I'm taking care of it. And I think for me, that's so important, that sometimes we think when we don't have to stress about something, that we don't care about it.
Right? And there's so much that goes with it as well, because like with the natural hair, you would say when you go to the salon, people would say, oh, but now it's natural, I don't have to do anything to it. I mean, we look after our trees, our plants, our rose flowers, so we can have roses. We need to prune them, we need to fertilize them, we need to do these things to all the natural plants that are out there. So we need to do it to our hair as well, like our face, and also because I'm comfortable in a way that I know so much already that I can actually do things at night at home. And why I'm saying that, there's also accessories that go with it. Like now we even have satin pillowcases, silk pillowcases that you can use when you sleep, and we've got a waterproof one, because sometimes when you don't have time, you want to do your deep conditioning treatments overnight, but then it might slip through your pillows and mess up your stuff. So we've got these certain waterproof pillowcases as well, so you can just do your own thing at night and wake up in the morning and rinse it off, and voila.
I love that. So this is all available at African Hair Kingdom, based in Table View at the Sure, can I not remember now? This is the thing about Ubering, right? Is that you don't have to think about things.
The address.
Yes.
Okay, it's Shop 6 Cavalier Center, Parklands Main Road.
Okay, say that again now, so they can
Shop
flock to the
6.
shop.
Shop 6 Cavalier Center, Parklands Main Road.
Perfect. Okay, guys, please go and check it out. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. I came to Cape Town and I was going to a salon out in Sea Point where I live, and it does not compare to what I get at African Hair Kingdom at all.
It's the love around
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. That's why I don't need convincing. When you love something, you just love it. Like, there's no better way to say it.
And I'm sure for
really
you,
do.
it doesn't feel like work.
No, I love it. I love it. I'll wake up to that every day. I'll do it all over again. Like my son would say to me, Mom, we didn't mind if we don't have food at home, because there are those days where you don't have what they wish they could eat. And he would say to me, Mom, we didn't mind if we don't have food, but we have hair at home. Because we have boxes of hair extensions and stuff. And the cupboards are empty.
That's the money right there, right? That's the money right there, love. Oh, we've got so many people joining. Yay! Halala. Wonga, we see you. Mabitso, we see you. Dele, welcome. And Zukile, welcome. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the chat. Just chatting about Precious and her 10-year journey as a businesswoman of note. I mean, running 3 businesses as a solo founder cannot be easy.
I know, and it can be so lonely. I'm glad I found you. That's the one thing.
So talk to us about that, love. What has it been like being part of the collective? So Precious joined the first 12 on the Accelerator Programme on the 6th of June last year. So we've been journeying with her for a year, and I love what I do, and I find so much pleasure just empowering and helping our female founders accelerate their businesses to world class. So talk to me about your journey as part of the collective.
I think I want to start by saying this. Starting your own business and being on your own without a support system can be very ugly and lonely, like really lonely at times. And like I said at the beginning, I'm a mother of 2, and all that goes along. And then when we start small businesses, it's not like we were told what to do. You're starting your own thing. It's like cooking outside as a little girl without anyone teaching you, and you have to eat what you just cooked.
Yeah.
But then you still have better food when you go inside the house.
Wow.
But here you're on your own. You're cooking your own stuff, and nobody's going to tell you if you're wrong or right. And I was doing that for 10 years alone. And it felt so difficult. And eventually you get caught up in ways of doing things, but nobody said they're right or wrong. And you just stubbornly believing this is what works, and that's how it worked all this time. And this is how it's going to work going forward, because nobody tells you, And again, you've got this thing of saying, what do they know? If they come now 10 years later and they say change this, change that, and I'm like, okay, it's only now that I feel the importance of a principal's office sometimes. Because it's good to know that you belong. Because when you're on your own, you don't even know where you belong. You don't even know if anyone cares. You're just doing this, and that's all you know every day. Who cares, if I'm doing this? Who's going to say bravo to you? We're all human beings. We want someone to say bravo. We want someone to discipline us. And if I have to say one thing about the 8 Business Collective, I appreciate the support. Because it's been a very, very long, lonely 10 years for me. And coming to the village and even laughing, it's not even about the business, to say, this is how I handle it, and I'm not even feeling bad about it, because this is home. When you're at home, you can just open up and talk about it, or you can just keep quiet and feel the energy that's there for you from the village. And I really appreciate the support from the village. I really appreciate the discipline, because there's so many things that I have to learn about myself. The person I was and the person I am becoming. I don't want to say I am already, Because there are times that I'm fighting the devil. I'm like, no, you're not going to get back to me.
I'm not off-ramping. I am not off-ramping. I'm staying in this
exactly. And like, if I can mention, when on our last session,
yes,
I walked in Anta's office. She's got this picture on the flat screen of all these highways going, and then she says to me, "Love, what a beautiful picture." And I'm so stressed at that point. And I'm like, so you mean I should jump? Because these are highways. What's so beautiful about it? But honestly, by the time I left the session, I'm like, actually, it is quite beautiful. And I've identified. It makes so much sense now to know that I'm still going, and I cannot off-ramp. I have to focus. I can't be thinking I'm going to throw myself jump over the highway. I cannot do that. And without Antal and her village, I would have never gotten there, because every day felt like jumping over the highway. I love what I do. I don't want to say, but I just don't know how to press the pause button.
Yeah.
I do not know how to stop and say, "Bravo, Precious, well done." And not having a person to say that as well, it's difficult.
Whoa. Love, can I have a moment of just saying, Precious, here's what I'm going to share. Precious is one of the few female founders on the program who's truly, deeply embraced it. And I think when you've been at it for 10 years and you get to that point of saying, enough, I cannot continue the way I have been for the past 10 years. I need help. I am stuck. I need to get unstuck, but I need help to get unstuck. And she's coming to the program and she's embraced it. She's got her advisory boards. She's seeing a business coach. We have our consulting sessions. It's a lot of work. It is work that she has not had time to do for the past 10 years, but she's putting in the work. And it's not easy work.
No, it's not easy.
Right?
I mean, what time did I send you the email last night? 1 o'clock?
Yeah. It's not easy work, but she's doing the work. And I think I am now starting to realize when entrepreneurs say that they don't get from accelerator programs what they want or what they need, sometimes it's because they're not willing to do the work. Because we get so stuck in our ways and we get so stuck in the old, and it's so easy to embark on a new journey with an accelerator program and then off-ramp back into your old. Because it takes work to stay in this new lane. It takes work with an advisory board, with a business coach, with a consultant. I mean, you have just embraced every single piece of tool that we have given you, love. And I must say, the person that I met a year ago, very different to the person sitting in front of you guys now. And I want you guys to actually go onto our videos. Precious was the first female founder that we had on our Facebook Live. The first female founder. So I want you guys to go and have a look and listen to that video compared to this video. Very different women.
And I also want to mention this because this is not all about me. I wouldn't be this if Anto was not here, because the person in her makes me so comfortable, because I think it's very important in life. The person that's there to guide you should connect and understand exactly where you come from. I could have 1,000,001 problems thrown on his shoulders. Anto not even once said to me, "You know what, never mind." She would laugh and say, "Okay, love, that's fine." And I'm like, "Did she get it? And does she even understand what I was saying?" But she makes me comfortable enough to even say, "You know what, Anto, you were talking for 1 hour, but I didn't understand a thing." And she's going to go and make me comfortable understanding it. We need those people in our lives, and this is the person she is. And I think if you were not this person, I would still fall back and then question, can I go back? Should I go back to her? Should I make her understand that I'm not getting it? But you make me so comfortable in a way with all my troubles to listen and make me think, if there's one person that's got to hear this, is Anto. Because that's what I say all the time.
Whoa, love. And here's the thing though. So I am there to support. I am there to enable. I am there to listen. I'm there to care in those moments when you really feel completely overwhelmed by the journey. But you do the work. And for me, it's always just important to remind you of the vision, remind you where you're going. So on this beautiful highway that I showed you the other day, remember where we're going. Don't run back into the old. Keep your eyes on the road. Remember where we're going. Remember where we're heading. Because the vision that you had when you started this business 10 years ago, you can have that salon. But yes, it's going to take some work and it's going to take some strategizing. And this is the other thing, right? So a lot of our founders and entrepreneurs start their journey, and it's really one, maybe to solve a problem, but maybe to solve a problem and mainly to put food on the table, right? And that's okay. But I think you have to get to a point where you transition to running your business more strategically and methodically. And so that's the journey that we are on at the moment, is that Precious is transitioning to being more methodical, just being more strategic. So for a while there, she was a firewoman and she was no longer entrepreneur or founder. She turned into a firewoman and she was just putting out fires every day.
Every day. I didn't need no to-do list. I know there's a fire starter, but I just go and extinguish, and that's it.
Right? And now we're bringing it back to a point of being founder. Remember your why. Remember why you started 10 years ago. Let's come back to that why. The how might have to change, but let's come back to that why. Why did you start this? And as we do that, we go back to, okay, and let's put a strategy in place. What does the business look like at the end of November this year? What does it look like at the end of the financial year in 2019? So I'm so happy to be journeying with Precious very closely, and to get her to, in a couple of months, look up and go, whoa, I finally see the business that I envisioned a couple of years ago, 10 years ago when I started this. I'm so excited.
And I've forgotten the picture throughout the years, and it's only now that I'm only seeing that.
Oh, and I love that. I'm only seeing that. What? So I want you guys to watch the space, but also importantly, I think out of this conversation, I want you to remember that you have to journey strategically. You cannot go about your business just putting out fires, just chasing that next deal and chasing the next one and getting the next client in so that you can perhaps pay salaries at the end of the month. That's not what your business is meant to do. A business is there to solve a problem, one, and to make you money, two. And for you to, whatever your why is, whatever that vision is. So for Precious, when she started 10 years ago, her why was to make a difference when it comes to natural African hair. And you've done that, love. You set up a salon that does that. You have a product line that's doing that. So your why has stayed the same. I think it's just the how that we're going to change over the next couple of months.
And then the other thing I would like to mention is, like I know this is a personal experience. When I started the business, I was in a very sad, miserable state.
Yeah.
And because it's been a long, lonely journey, I believe everything about me and about my business was just sad. And I couldn't see the sadness because I was living the sad life. I was living the sadness. And I would attract sad people. Everything, when I look at it today from the outside, I'm like, everything about it is sad. And I do not want this. Yes, I would smile the whole time because I always smile.
Yeah.
But there was so much sadness that eventually I saw just recently all around me. And I'm like, I attracted so much sadness because of where I was. So it's good to have a principal's office. It's good to have a village where people would actually question. But look at it differently. Don't always see it this way. Because I started looking at myself, why things seem to be falling apart and not going the way that I want. Because I only knew one way of doing things. And being part of the village opened up other avenues and other ways of thinking. And look at yourself and see, maybe you attracted such.
Whoa, guys, do you understand how powerful that is? Do you understand how powerful it is for Precious to go after 10 years? I am taking responsibility for how my business played out. It's not government. It's not this one. It's not that one. It's not the lack of anything, but it's me. When I started the business, I was in a sad place, and I operated from that sad place year after year after year. And now she's taking responsibility. Woo! Woo! That is love. Do you understand how powerful that is?
No, it affects your business. It affects your prices. As soon as a customer walks in and says, yeah, I'm short of 5, and you feel sorry, you're a sad person, right? You want to help sad people. You're like, okay, fine, it's okay. What are you doing? And obviously people looking for work as well. This is real business.
Yeah.
You want to employ people, but again, are they coming to bring in better to your business, or you bringing more of what you feeling because you're feeling sorry? You didn't open a business to feel sorry for people.
Woo!
You understand? That's not the problem I wanted to solve.
Right? Guys! This is so powerful, man. Because here's the thing. A couple of months ago, Precious wasn't having this conversation. She wasn't looking at herself and her business, and she wasn't seeing it. But with the help of a business coach, with the consulting, with the advisory board, and lots of patience with herself, lots of patience from everyone that loves and cares.
In 10 years delivery.
Whoa. Oh, guys, we see you. Lumka, TJ, wow, TJ from Joburg. Hey, how you doing? Linton as well from Joburg. Hope you guys are good. Yeah, 10 years deliverance. I'm so happy you said that, love.
Yeah.
And you could have packed it up and said, oh, ciao, I don't have time. I don't want to do the work. Or you could have said us packing, right? And said, Anto, peace out. Love you, but this stuff
you don't
is
want
hard.
to know.
But you persevered, you've pushed through, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I even had to have that moment with myself, post-liquidation, of going, Anto, what the hell was that? Come on, let's get real about this now. And the work that you have to do to work through that is not easy. But when you come out on the other side, whoa, it's like Alice in Wonderland, right? You've tumbled down a rabbit hole, and it's a brand new world, and it's a brand new, what? I struggled with X for so long. It's actually that easy to sort it out. Like, what? So guys, I want to encourage you. When I say that it takes a village to grow a business, you've heard it today from Precious. It takes a village. So it's not just my experience, but here you have it. Precious came into the 88 Business Collective Village, and not only has it changed her life as a founder, but it has changed her business. And so even to accelerator and incubator program managers out there, I need for you to make this one change for me. As one, let's care about the founders that we're working with, because it's people. And I think a lot of accelerator programs and a lot of incubator programs focus on the startup and not the founder. And I think that needs to change. And this is why we're seeing the change in Precious, the change in her business, because the focus is on her as the founder. Healthy founders create healthy businesses. It is that.
So much. It means so much, because from the outside, people see all these frills and laces and these big things and this and that, but the person inside is dying.
Right?
And nobody knows nothing.
And
people ask you questions. Do you still have one business after 10 years? Do you have the... But you're dying. And nobody knows that.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody asks you if you're okay. Nobody asks you if... What can we do to make you feel better? But you have employees that you're supposed to make feel better.
Right.
You have people around you that you are obliged by law to look after. Who looks after you?
Right? So here's the thing, guys. Please, if there are any program managers listening to this, running accelerator programs, running incubator programs, especially with female founders, it's so important for us to care about the founder more than the startup. Because I have experienced it myself, we've heard it today. Once you focus on the founder and get the founder into a better headspace, the startup automatically benefits because she's an entrepreneur. She's running 3 businesses. There's no doubt in my mind that Precious is an entrepreneur of note. And over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, you guys are going to hear about her and you're going to see this name and you're going to see a possible continental expansion. She is an entrepreneur, and all we have to do with the collective is come back to her. Who is Precious? What does she want? What does she want? Who is she? Where does she want to go? Where does she want to take this business? So it was less about African Hair Kingdom and Afro Pride, and it was so much more about Precious Noma Tabiso Kyriakides.
Yeah.
I said it. Hey, we see you, Peter. We see you, Vincent. We see you, Nene. So many people joining our chat today. Oh, love. 2 things that you want to leave with founders to be cognizant of and be aware of as they journey.
One thing I want to say is find a village. Support is very, 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 I can't stress that enough, important. You need a support system. And know what you want and believe in it. Find your space in the universe and claim it.
Ooh, yes, yes. Oh, today, guys, for me was powerful. I almost feel like I'm in church. Precious, thank you so much. Love you. And guys, I mean it when I say we are in the business of accelerating world-class African businesses. Watch this space. Watch this space. You're going to see Precious just blossom and really take over the continent, I believe, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years.
Wow. Yeah. But I go and start looking after myself before they see me.
Bye, guys. Have a beautiful weekend.
Bye.
Okay, doesn't want to let us go, but bye.